Just in case you don't know how I feel, Colin Kaepernick is a dipshit that used the struggle of American descendants as a springboard for a Nike contract and a whole bunch of notoriety for what essentially was a contract dispute. And he's been riding that wave for literal years now, and it's actually refreshing to see people start to wake up to that nonsense that it was, as I called it out from the moment it started. But either ways, Stephen A. Smith and Terrelle Owens here are about to go at it, and I figured, it's Thanksgiving. Let's get into this.
Two black men are up here. In your case, you're defending Colin Kaepernick now. In my case, I've defended Colin Kaepernick on numerous occasions throughout the years.
Yeah, and regretting that, ain't you? Because it was a bad call. Anybody with two eyes, but you had Daddy ESPN, Disney, and ABC all down your neck. You've been cutting those checks, and now he's just like, wait a second. It's like, yo, you've gone way too far. And Terrelle Owens is I got mad love for the player Terrelle Owens because the man could ball. But we passed that point, and the one thing that we've been learning about athletes, well, we already knew, but let's be real, they've really, since 2016, have really been just sticking a foot in their mouth, is when it comes to things outside of their profession. They're just, like, real talk. Like, particularly when you're at the levels that, our professional athletes come at. It's like, why would you listen to somebody who lives such a opulent lifestyle, right? But either ways, let's continue.
I'm talking about the Mike Wilbons, the James Browns, and everybody in between. Black folks all over the country, all in the media. Everybody speaking up on behalf of Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah, oh my goodness, he sacrificed so much. It was nonsense. It was nonsense from the word go. Ferguson took, like right after he started his protest, Ferguson took off, and they just tied the two together. And this is really a monster of the media's making. All right?
But Colin Kaepernick, you the one person that don't have anything to say. You step aside while brothers and sisters who know that you were right.
Nigga, I don't know you. Dale Les is that. Like brothers and sisters and all of blackness. And when he says that, he encompasses all these different people who really don't have no stake to the claim of descendants. Like if you are a first generation immigrant, your family, your people got here in 1987. I'm sorry, but you really have no stake to that claim. But, that's the thing about America and American, quote unquote, black folks and descendants is that, oh no, we all together in this. And it's just like, bro, are we really? I don't think so.
To want to address police brutality, who know that you were right to want to address racial oppression, who know that you were right when you say that you didn't deserve to be blackballed and you didn't deserve to have your cause politicized. All of us are fighting on behalf of you, but right. You are the one that won't speak up for yourself. Do you have a problem with that?
Well, I think the thing is, in the black community, like I said, I'm in the streets. I hear what's going on.
Really, Terrelle Owens? You sure about that? I don't know. Unless those streets is I don't know this man from Sam I Am. I'm pretty sure he has outreach. He does charities and stuff like that, which are nothing more than money pits to sink money and don't really solve anybody's problems. But yeah, but as far as I'm in the streets, man. Like, yo, you know what I'm saying? I'll be out there slinging them rocks, bro. You know what I'm saying? Trey Nons, fam.
Yes, you
are. The thing is I think, Stephen A., you have a platform. It's okay to disagree, but it was the way you were going about it. It was almost like you were attacking him. And I think the thing with Colin Kaepernick...
He deserves to be attacked. He deserves to be attacked on every front because he's been bullshitting for the last 3 years and been riding that wave of police brutality and the law and how they harm black people and stuff like that. And it's just like, bruh, it's complicated, it's nuanced, and there's a lot that goes into it. But what he did was use it as a springboard to try and be something that he ultimately is not, and that's a thought leader. I'm sorry, but I genuinely don't believe that Colin Kaepernick can string together more than a few sentences. You saw him during his little workout and how he was like, "Oh yeah, man, well, they now they have to listen." Like, bro, no, they don't. They never did. And like, why is this even out? Like, it infuriates me that it continues.
The way that things shifted right at the doorstep of this workout is just the transparency. You alluded to the document.
So somebody that they already kicked out a hell of a bunch of money to because he tried to sue him already. They settled for a hell of a bunch of money, and yeah, they go and sit there and put out, "Hey, nah, you don't get to sue us for anything." And oh no, I don't understand it. And that goes to that to an extent willful lack of knowledge or lack of understanding when it comes to quote unquote black people, because you know what I mean. It's like, bro, no, that's the thing. I can get the gist of what you mean, but be precise in your words, and that is one of the things that no.
As that related, I mean, as I was referring to it with the document, the waiver, again, like I said, when you insert language into something that's not standard, then obviously you have to take time to review those documents. And like I said, they weren't given adequate time to do that. And so to now insert that and then think that he was going to sign it right at the doorfront, then that's not fair. You giving him, if you're going to give him a fair workout, then give.
You want to talk about fair? You know what? Let's see if Stephen A. says that thing he likes to say when it comes to fairness.
A fair workout. He was allowed no media access. They were trying to dictate who his receivers were.
I have to stop you there. I am on the air right now listening to a Hall of Famer who I believe has had a multitude of opportunities to highlight unfairness that has been exacted from him. Did that stop you from accepting the challenge, knowing that you were walking into situations that were flagrantly unfair, that you were operating behind the eight ball, at a disadvantage, courtesy of a system and an entity that obviously had a lot of power and influence to compromise whatever your aspirations were? You do it, I do it. There are people that sit up there. You ain't the only one that accused me of attacking him. I would ask you to recall what I said. What I said is that I have been supporting this man.
So here's the deal. Like Stephen A. normally says, fair is a place where they judge pigs or pies or something like that. That's like a line he likes to use, and he doesn't do it there. The deal is that you got to look at it from the other side in the position that he left the NFL in. Whereas, like, yo, you like to sue over any little thing, and guess what? A lot of the added language, like, yo, this is not a guarantee of employment, because he would come around and be like, oh yeah, like oh man, a lot of bitch think in this entire situation.
What I didn't support was you sending, not you, meaning him, sending the message that everything has to be ideal and everything has to be fair in order for me to embrace the challenge to acquire what I have been behind the scenes through my camp telling everybody I want. If you don't want to work out, that's fine. If you think it's unfair and you want, and I know Max, you want to get in, I'm going to bring you in. Yeah. And you don't think it's fair, that's fine. And you want to get your lawyer, and your lawyer wants to stand up there and say, this waiver is an issue. We are ready to work out, but not until they alter this waiver, etc. That's different. But to not do the workout, to change locations, and then to go and give a speech to the media without taking any questions, any inquiry as to what's really going on, you are leaving others to surmise what the hell happened.
Can I answer that real quick? Tio, do you mind if I jump in, Tio?
Yes, before you do that, but
go ahead.
What I wanted is transparency, Stephen A. And that's like I've done it. I've had incidents throughout the course of my career, and then there have been times where I've gone into interviews where I've done an hour and a half, 2 hours of an interview, and then they break down and they edit, and then you guys get on the show, and there's a panel of people, and then they break down whatever clips that they show. They're not showing.
Here's the problem, and that's, I think that's the biggest problem when it comes to these types of scenarios, everybody tries to put themselves in the shoes of the person that they're trying to project themselves onto. And T.O. is trying to project himself onto Colin Kaepernick. When in reality, if you step back and you're not trying to project yourself onto a situation, you're like, oh wait, no, you try to see it from both angles. The NFL had every right to sit there and say, hey, yeah, we're not going to put you in a position to whereas you can turn around and sue us. And you're also not going to use this for publicity, because his big thing was having those Nike cameras there for him. So it's just infuriating, and it's a big part of the reason why I'm just like, yeah, the whole quote unquote black thing is so infuriating, because you have all these people that are just like low level thinkers, and those are the ones who get propped up on television and platforms like this to apparently speak on behalf of of a certain segment that is there, but is not the best and the brightest. All right, if that makes any sense. But either ways, all this really springboards off of T.O. Telling Stephen A. Smith that Max Kellerman was blacker than him, and Stephen A. Smith going, oh, how dare you? So this is them going, rehashing all of this and going back through it, because content's content, right? So with that being said, we're going to bring this one to an end. All the internet stuff. If you like to toss it a like, dislike, go ahead, do that too. Nobody's scared of you. Sub if you enjoy my fantastic voice. And you want to give videos like this every single day. Share, because sharing is caring. And YouTube and BitChute and like aren't the biggest fans of your boy over here. Ring the bell, because in order to get notifications whenever I drop a video, and be one of the first ones to like it and watch it and check it out. And speak. Let me know, what do you think in the comments? This is dumb. It's so dumb, but I needed a filler video for Thanksgiving, so here you go. So with that being said, let me know what you guys think in the comments, and until the next one.